My name is Jake, and I've never been one to believe in the paranormal. Ghost stories were just that, stories. But my skepticism was shattered when I moved into Elmwood House in the summer of 2018. Elmwood House was a beautiful old mansion, nestled in a quiet, tree-lined street. It had been vacant for years, its history long forgotten by the locals. The house was in disrepair, but I saw potential and was excited to restore it to its former glory. Little did I know I was about to uncover its dark secrets. From the moment I moved in, strange things began to happen. It started with the sounds, soft whispers that seemed to come from the walls, footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and doors creaking open on their own. I tried to dismiss it as the house settling, but the incidents grew more unsettling. One night, as I was unpacking boxes in the attic, I found an old, dusty journal hidden beneath a floorboard. It belonged to the previous owner, a man named Edward, who had lived in the house in the early 1900s. The journal detailed his life, filled with tales of love, loss, and eventually madness. Edward wrote of seeing ghostly figures and hearing voices, convinced the house was haunted. As I read further, I learned that Edward's wife, Margaret, had tragically died in the house. She had fallen down the grand staircase, but Edward believed her death was no accident. His writings grew more frantic and paranoid, detailing his descent into madness as he tried to uncover the truth. That night, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. I woke up in the middle of the night to find the air in my bedroom ice cold, and a shadowy figure standing at the foot of my bed. It was a woman, her face twisted in sorrow and anger. I knew instantly that it was Margaret. "Why are you here?" I whispered, my voice trembling. Margaret's eyes locked onto mine, and I felt a wave of despair wash over me. "Help me," she whispered, her voice echoing in the cold air. "I cannot rest." Determined to help her, I continued reading Edward's journal, hoping to find answers. I discovered that Edward had conducted seances and rituals, trying to communicate with Margaret's spirit. His final entries were incoherent, filled with ramblings about a hidden room and dark secrets. With renewed determination, I searched the house for the hidden room Edward had mentioned. After days of searching, I finally found it, a small, concealed space behind a false wall in the basement. The room was filled with old, decaying furniture and strange symbols painted on the walls. In the center of the room was a small, ornate box. Inside the box, I found letters and photographs that revealed the truth about Margaret's death. She had discovered that Edward was involved in dark rituals and black magic. Fearing for her life, she had planned to leave him, but Edward found out and pushed her down the stairs in a fit of rage. Consumed by guilt and madness, he had taken his own life shortly after. Armed with the truth, I decided to hold a seance to help Margaret find peace. I gathered candles and recited the incantations I had found in Edward's journal. The air grew cold and the candles flickered as Margaret's spirit appeared before me. "Margaret," I said gently, "I know the truth. Edward is gone. You can rest now." Her eyes softened and a tear rolled down her cheek. "Thank you," she whispered before fading away. The house felt different after that night, lighter and more peaceful. The strange occurrences ceased, and I was finally able to make Elmwood House my home.